And boom. Come on. Man, StreamYard's lagging.
Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11 we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
That's right. It is the NFL Roundtable Talk. Who am I getting the feedback from? Yes, but anyways, we have my friends here: Will Vogel, Keegan Eckert, Megan, Super Bowl winning Aussie 12 goal Kroger, BA, and Austin. So, the breaking news that happened after I set up the show, and I hate it because I got to go to work leave by work between 1 and 1:30. The Seahawks are officially up for sale, and there's verbiage in it that if it goes for the minimum, the kids get at least the asking price willed to them out of the price of the Seahawks, and the rest goes to charity. If it goes for the higher amount, that it could be the 12 to 13 million, then they get 25%, and the rest goes to charity. So it really depends on what the sale price is. But seeing how the Washington Commanders went for 6.5 million, I think 8 or more is pretty easy for a Super Bowl winning team. Does anybody disagree with that statement?
No, I would agree because they have won Super Bowls in the last 10 years. So why not more than 8 million? I think it's a fair price to ask for a team.
I think it's undersold.
That has been really good and contending in the NFC for years. So why not?
Okay,
I actually
Keegan,
think we're under. Oh, sorry.
I'm going to go in order. Everybody's going to get a chance to speak. Keegan, what do you think about that?
Honestly, Seahawks are coming off Super Bowl season. I don't know why, but it seems a little fishy to me. You're coming off a Super Bowl season, and your owner is selling the team.
No. The owner died. The actual owner died. The kids don't want to run the team. The kids don't want to run the team.
It's the estate of.
Yeah, the estate of.
That makes that makes more sense now.
That's why the kids get either the asking price that he paid for it back in the day, or they get 25% if it goes for more than the 8 million.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
He died the week before the Super Bowl, to be exact.
Wow.
Paul Allen, I think his name was, correct?
Yep. Paul Gardner Allen, the former partner of Bill Gates in the setting up of Microsoft and other things. Yeah.
That makes more sense. But now I have a feeling if the kids want to get the asking price what he got from back then, I feel like that's a dumb move because when he paid from that now.
Yeah, when he paid for him back then. When he paid for him back then, it was 1.5 billion back in the day, is what it equates to this day's money. So that's why they worded it that if it goes for the minimum asking price of $8 billion, they get that 1.5 billion to split between the 3 kids. I think it is, correct? Is it 4 or 3? I thought it was 3. It's 4?
I think it's 4, but possibly you're right. Yeah.
So if it goes for more than that, if it goes to the upper amount, then they get 25%, which could be upwards of $4 billion to split between them.
Wow.
So, Megan, how do you feel about it?
The timing was surprising. So my phone was blowing up overnight. Of course, I'm sound asleep, so I don't hear it. So woke up to it. Kind of expected it, given that it was leaking, that it was being talked about. I think they're underselling, given that we've been to the Super Bowl now 3 times. We've won twice. No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Won twice recently as well. And the fact that we are consolidating with someone who will be a third-year coach with Mike Mack, and we have the pieces in place. And I kind of want Jodie Allen, who is Paul Allen's sister, and the estate to hold on one more year. But now that the taxes have been paid on Lumen, which was a 50-50 split between the city and the Paul Allen himself and his companies to build that stadium, now that's paid off. The taxes are paid off in full. I get it. If it doesn't go for at least $12 billion, they've undersold it, as far as I'm concerned, given all the success and the projected success. Mm-hmm. The fact that there is very real talk in Seahawks circles that we will go back to back. Hey,
Hi, Jamie.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
So, yeah, if it doesn't go for between 10 to 12 billion, they've undersold. But that whole thing you were talking about, JB, comes into play. So,
right.
Yeah.
BA, what are your thoughts?
It is what it is. I mean, it was happenstance that they won the Super Bowl because they're going to have to go through this sale anyway at the end of this year. Right. But it was just great timing by the fact that they went to the Super Bowl. So that probably increased them. And they've been to the Super Bowl 4 times, Megan.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was. Oh yeah,
the year it was in Detroit. The year it was in Detroit in 2005.
The Patriots win. That's why I was blanking.
Paul Allen bought it after that Super Bowl, if I remember right. It's been 3 times under his tenure, correct? Didn't he buy it after the 2005 season?
No. He was in place for our first.
So okay, he was in place. Okay. I knew it was right around there that he purchased it because it changed hands.
It wasn't that far before that, but it was 2011-12. That season he bought.
Because if he bought it in 2011, so he didn't own it in 2005, is what I'm saying. The first one.
Yes. Ken Baring. Okay. Ken Baring was moving the team.
Right.
The fans went to Paul Allen and said, "I'm not doing anything myself. I need a few things in place." Then that's why Lumen, which the Clink, whatever it was called back then, was built on the Kingdome site, and then it went on. Yes.
Okay. Austin, what do you think about it? We don't hear you.
I can't hear you. Can't hear you, Austin.
You're not. It doesn't show you as muted. Oh, started to hear something.
Yeah.
I can
hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Testing.
Louder.
Okay, so what I was saying was that, I don't pay that much attention to the Seahawks being a Lions fan, but I did, when I saw it go up for sale, and you said the taxes on Lumen is paid, so I have a inkling, like, if they sell the team, are they going to move out of Seattle?
Hell no, they are locked in. They cannot move out of Seattle at all.
They can't move, even though everything's paid off. I believe the contract runs past 2030, if I remember right, for that new stadium, right?
Yep, 2035, I think it is fully.
Yeah.
No, Austin, to answer your question, the team is Seattle bound for perpetuity. Paul made sure of it, and all of that. So no, we will not.
Coming off a Super Bowl victory, and I agree with BA that is just good timing with the Super Bowl victory and the team going up for sale. But I kind of agree with Megan as well. If it's like 10 to 12 billion, then they've undersold the team.
Oh, I agree, and that'll be better for the kids as well, and because that turns it from okay wealth to generational wealth. If you're talking about $750 million to $1 billion a piece before taxes, that's generational wealth.
So with him, he has two other sports teams. Portland Trailblazers is the other, and the Seattle Sounders soccer team.
Those are
has there
all
any
for
been
sale.
any?
All
Those are
for
all for
sale.
sale.
The Blazers have been sold. The Blazers are. The Blazers
Who bought
have
him?
been sold.
Cuban?
That was his first. That was his first.
Right.
Let's not even get into Cuban. Portland Trailblazers were purchased by him in '88, or what does it say here? Yep, '88. Oh, for $70 billion, and then it went to purchase it. Okay, he purchased it in 2007. So,
Yep.
and
So that was after the first one.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought. I thought it was just a couple years after that first Super Bowl in Detroit that they lost on that stupid play that where Ben Roethlisberger was short. But that's another story. But
let's just concentrate on the sale and not Seahawks regrets. As I said, I blocked it when BAC was. I blocked out the Pats.
He is involved in
I love
everything.
it.
Snoop Dogg.
Wouldn't have to rename the team.
Jamie, it is now your turn to give your take on the Seattle Seahawks being sold.
I'm kind of indifferent about it. I think it's a great story. I do think it's awesome that Sam Darnold got a Super Bowl, and it like you said, it's generational wealth. I think whoever buys a team is going to make sure Seattle's still going to be there, which they are, and they're going to be in good hands. So I don't really know much about it, but that's all I got to say.
And since I talked about it, it's in the estate. In other words, the probate court got the will, read it, and that's what's being done. The kids get at minimum the asking price if it goes on the low end of the scale, or they get 25% depending if it gets up above that $10 million mark. I think the 10 billion. I think the 10 billion was the benchmark on when they start getting the 25%, if I remember right. So I think if they sell for less than 10 billion, they're idiots.
And I guarantee you, Jody won't be happy if they do, even though she's relinquishing control. There is talk that she's getting a syndicate, whatever, together to buy a share. Not a full share, because she's had it.
No, she's talking about out of what she gets, she wants to buy 5 to 10% and be a minor shareholder, like
15.
what
I heard 15 maximum, but yes,
yeah, but she wants to be like like Gloria Estefan is down there in Miami, is basically what it is. She wants to make sure she has a reciprocating income after this, a residual income. And that's brilliant. That's actually brilliant. Because think about it. The net profit of every team averages out to about $900 million after all the taxes, all the salaries, all the payouts are done, and the shared revenue across the league. Each owner, whether it's a group or it's a single person, they have $900 million to split between them.
And it's not like, and don't forget, Jodie's not short of a coin anyway.
Right.
She's quite
if she gets 10%, think about that. That means every year she's guaranteed $90 million before taxes.
Pocket change.
Who's got the echo?
I
thought it was Austin, but I'm not sure.
It could be. It's okay. Yeah, just until I call on you. Yep, there it is. It did go away as soon as he hit mute. So when I call on you, just unmute it.
Hey, Meg. Okay. Hey, Megan, the other Megan. I see you're learning in the background.
Hi, PA.
I'm so happy, Mr.
Hey, Will. I'm so tired of you, Will.
So long.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, brother?
Have we done the introductions, Brady Bunch? Can we move on, please? Just asking Jeremy.
So the next topic that came out after I set up the show was Minkah Fitzpatrick was put onto the trade block by the Dolphins. And I get it. You're talking about a 5-time Pro Bowler. I think he was a 1-time All-Pro in his career so far while he was with the Steelers. He was not that with the Dolphins in the first place. But they need draft picks.
He wasn't there long enough.
Right.
Yeah.
They need draft picks, especially after taking Daniels, the guard, who didn't play that well off the roster, Bradley Chubb, who did not live up to the contract, and Tariq Hill, whose leg may never face forward again because it got twisted at the knee and was facing backwards when he left the field. That being said, I get it. They're gutting cap. They're taking the cap hits that they have to take. They're gaining as much cap room as they can, and they want to get as much draft capital as they can. What do you think about it, Will?
JB, you always hit the nail on the head. They're getting rid of pieces that they need to get rid of to make cap room and get draft picks to bolster their roster for years to come. And they are in a rebuilding phase. They are 100% in the rebuilding phase. And you know what? I think someone's gonna sign Minka for a veteran deal. I think Tyreek, like we said, where he's probably, if we had to put money on it, is probably going back to KC, because we heard some other news today that JB will announce on the show. And yeah, they're cutting. Yes, they're taking cap hits, but they want a younger roster and they want to prepare for the future. That's all.
That's good. Keegan?
Keegan, I can't hear you. Do you hear
What the
him?
hell is
Yes.
going on in here? Oh.
Yeah, he didn't say a word yet. I didn't hear him, but anyway. Yeah, you're
Well, I
muted.
can hear.
Yeah.
Something's going on.
Did
What
you
the
bump
hell is going on in here?
Mm.
Nope, still can't hear you, Keegan.
Hop back out and hop back in. I'll head to Megan for a second. We'll get you right back in, Keegan. Megan, what's your take on it?
I totally agree with Will. They have to gut their roster to clear cap space, hopefully pick up some picks. Tyreek, I'm most interested to see where Tyreek lands. There was talk that he may end up in Seattle, and yes, Yinza, I don't know. But yeah, they're gutting. They have to. What else could they do? Not much. So yeah, I totally agree. It'll be interesting to see who they replace them with and where they build from. But yeah, it's a rebuild, so not surprised.
So, for everyone that doesn't know, X is, or Twitter, has been having issues with live streams. So what you have to do is paste your YouTube video into a post and then do your ats and hashtags and stuff, and then people see it. What's crazy is this afternoon show, I've had a total of 150 views on YouTube. I've also had 155 views on Twitter because I did it that way because it's driving it to YouTube.
That's awesome.
That's good. YouTube was down when we went live on one of our Roundtable streams yesterday.
night.
That was fun. Not.
Oh, yeah. So, BA, what's your take on it?
Well, Minka Fitzpatrick, saying this on a Lions perspective, I don't know. I mean, he's got a year left on his contract until he becomes a free agent. I don't the safety problems that we're having right now. We're not too sure if Kirby's going to come back 100%. Brian Branch is going to be out half this next season for his ACL. So I don't know how they're going to approach that. I mean, you can get one in the draft, but I mean, hey, Minka's still serviceable. I think he's a pretty good safety, even at his age and what he's been through the past couple of years. I know Yinzer was saying that he had slowed down over his last couple of years in Pittsburgh, but I mean, he's a serviceable safety. He's probably, if you're to measure up against the safeties that we have right now, besides Kirby and Brian Branch, I would say he'll probably be top tier because I mean we don't really have anybody that's going to fit in to exactly where Kirby and Brian Branch would fit in, but Mike is be close, really close to that. So I don't know. I would probably give him a 1-year deal and see what he does with it. A 1 year, see a deal, whatever you can do. If you can do better than that, hey, whatever happens between the safety situation, we'll go from that point.
Quick
But
question,
yeah, I think whoever gets him is gonna get a pliable piece. They will.
Yeah,
Quick
Megan.
question, Jeremy. How old's Minka? How old
Oh,
is
he
he?
got-
I
gotta
think he's
be
like
his
20,
first-
28 or 29, isn't he? He's only in his second
Okay,
contract.
so he's only quite
He
young.
is 29.
Okay,
Yeah,
a
29.
little younger than I thought. Okay, yeah, a 1-year contract makes sense, I guess. BA for who?
Well, you're trading for the contract that he was given by the Steelers. That's the thing you got to look at. And I think he was given like 22 million. I think.
Yep.
Well, he's due 15.
And he's due 15 this season because his balloon payment was last season.
Mm-hmm.
And Keegan.
Keegan's back. Yay.
Is he here?
Are you
Keegan.
speaking? Hello? Keegan?
Now he can't hear us.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey!
I can hear you.
There we go.
Okay, what is your take on Minka Fitzpatrick and the
So,
Miami Dolphins?
At this point, the cuts are into something bigger. They're trying to clear cap. And guess who has a major cap hit that they could possibly easily clear with the money that they're getting?
Tua.
They're going to get rid of Tua.
Yeah, that's what they're
Oh,
gearing up
thank
for.
the Lord. How much
And,
is
you
he
know-
worth?
Hey, you know what? They could probably do an even swap and get a healthier quarterback on accident. I'm not saying a better one. They could trade him to
Kyler
Arizona. They could trade him to Arizona for Kyler Murray.
Yes,
JB,
Kyler
I
Murray,
don't.
Kyler
JB,
Murray.
time out. I don't like
They
the
could-
card. God no to Tua, in my division.
I don't think
He's
Michael
injury
Fleur
prone,
wants
Megan.
Tua though in his first head coaching job.
I know.
I
I was just making a joke about it. Be one
Jamie?
midget for another, and one's made out of glass. But
And
anyway,
Jamie, I sure
Miami-
as hell
But,
don't-
Miami is good.
Jeremy, can I actually
Whoa.
say something though? And guess what? Will attest to this, right? You know how Murray is made out. We say Murray's made out of glass, right?
no, not Murray.
No,
Who was made out
No,
of
I
glass?
meant Murray.
Tua.
No, but think about it. You know what? Kyler Murray has got the Bryce Young syndrome. So what did Carolina do to try to help Bryce Young? You draft a bunch of 6'4", 6'5", basketball type of receivers.
It's too late.
I wonder
It's-
if Arizona isn't trying to do that to help Kyler Murray, give him a bunch of big 6'4",
Kyler-
6'5" receivers. So
They
he
I
can
think
kinda-
be
it's
like,
too late.
that's what
kinda
Carolina
did.
did with Bryce Young, and they fixed them.
They kind of did with Marvin Harrison Jr., and that didn't help Kyler Murray.
It's funny though because Carolina did that. And it worked for Bryce. It worked
We're
for
gonna
Bryce
get-
Yeah,
Young.
but
'cause he had the
it's
same
not a
problem.
one fits all, Jamie. It's not going to work
Okay.
all of the time. A quick
Austin?
question.
No, sorry.
Why
I want to keep it rolling. Austin,
Yeah,
let's get your take.
Yeah. So, it's just the new leadership of things coming in. Starting from, the ground zero to build up. And these older players, big contracts are the easiest assets to cut loose. And like you guys said, he's going to go to a team and he's going to be a serviceable safety. I kind of agree with BA. If the money in the contract is right, I wouldn't mind bringing him to Detroit. I don't think it's going to happen. But I would take him, especially with the safety issues we've been having. But I kind of feel like they should take a page out of the Lions rebuilding when we had to restart in 2021 and prioritize in the trenches in the draft and make that their priority.
And as I said, we would do in 2021 before I had my first podcast on my own, embrace the suck.
Yep.
Yeah, I say that lightsaber training, embrace the suck. But
AG
Tua,
had to do that in his first year with the Jets. So there you go.
Oh, he did more than embrace the suck, though. Holy smokes, they suck.
I
That
know.
would be too much of the suck.
but Tua coming to the NFC, Tua coming to the NFC West, i.e., Arizona, doesn't make sense to me. Am I the only
I know.
one?
It was a joke. I meant it as a joke, 100%.
I want the repeat, brother. Don't
but I
freaking
will
scare
say-
me.
But I will say he'd be 10 times the quarterback completion-wise and percentage-wise that Kyler Murray ever was for Arizona.
That's not hard though. That's not a high bar. Let's be honest.
He wouldn't last long in that division.
I know
No,
that division is so full of pressure sacking
Yeah,
D-line
he would
kill.
get tore up in the first 3 weeks of the season. He'd be in concussion protocol.
It was a joke, just because that means the money would work out. It was a joke about the money working out.
Okay, thank you. Because
did you guys hear?
Okay, don't take that away from me, JB. Do not take that
The
away.
Miami Dolphins are turning into Green Bay South. That's what they are.
Wait, did you guys
know
hear?
what?
Oh, go ahead.
We got to keep the show rolling. Let's not keep going. Did you hear? Did you hear? Did you hear? I don't want to do that. Okay. The next one is about the retirements that happened today, because that did happen when I set up the show. Keenan Allen retired from the Chargers, which isn't unexpected, because he has been dealing with injuries off and on throughout his career. And the other one who's had catastrophic injuries 4 years in a row now was Robert Woods of the Texans. So no, it is not unexpected that Robert Woods, for me, retired. What do you think of those two retirements, Will?
Not surprised. I'm not surprised Keenan Allen retired, because, like you said, he's been dealing with the injuries the last few years, and I'm not surprised he retired a Charger after, I think, a year with the Bears. What was it, a year with the Bears? But yeah, that was the team he started with. And same with Robert Woods. Robert Woods bounced after a lot of places after the Rams. So not surprised at all. Those two were solid to decent receivers. So yeah, not surprised at all.
All right, Keegan?
I think Will nailed it on the head. These two were expected, and now that we're like guys that are in the league 10 years plus, it's about that year where they're gonna, like in the next 2 years, a lot of these players are gonna retire that have been in the league 10 years plus.
I agree.
Megan?
Not surprised, particularly Woods. I would have been more surprised if he had tried to stay another year.
BA?
Let's get one thing straight. I made this comment before. He did not retire. He contemplated retirement. He used it as an option. In fact, they're talking about getting Tyreek if he retires. He said he's 100% with his body. He likes what Mike McDaniel is bringing to the table as an offensive coordinator. So he hasn't made his mind up yet to retire. Okay, let's put that on pause. He contemplated it. It's an option. Robert Woods, on the other hand, I'm surprised he hadn't retired. He hadn't retired earlier.
I'm surprised he didn't retire after he got his Super Bowl ring.
Right.
When he flew out his ACL then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on that same page.
Yeah, like you guys said, Woods was expected. He spent 13 seasons in the NFL, most of which he was injured for. And like his role was just kind of faded away on the teams he was on. Mm-hmm. So it really wasn't a spot for him anymore. So it doesn't surprise me that he's gone or that he retired. And I'm interested to see what happens with the Chargers wide receiver room. If it changes dramatically, like if they do get a Tyreek Hill or someone else, then I could see Allen retiring.
Who did Woods win the Super Bowl with? Sorry to interrupt. I can't remember.
The Rams.
What?
Rams. The Rams.
Yeah, Robert Woods won with the Rams.
I forgot.
Remember, Woods blew out his ACL, which is what moved OBJ to the starting lineup as the wide receiver too that year.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. My bad. Forgot about that.
Which was weird because the trade week was that weird week where they were on the bye week when they traded for OBJ, so he had a week to prepare. And just before the next game was when Woods blew out his ACL, and everybody made the joke that OBJ's dad, Nancy Kerrigan.
That's right. I remember that. Yes, I remember hearing that, JB.
And then what happened? And then what happened to OBJ?
Yes,
And
let us
same
know.
thing
And then he
happened to
did
him
the
in the
same
Super
thing
Bowl.
in the Super Bowl. It was what was
And
it?
he
The
was
second drive of the second
destroying.
quarter.
He was destroying Cincinnati's defense.
Oh yeah, I mean he had almost
Destroying
100 yards after the first quarter, and then the second drive in the second
Yeah,
quarter was
he
when he
made
blew
that
out his
cut
knee.
coming across.
Made-
Yeah.
And what was crazy, didn't he still make the catch?
Yeah, he made the catch.
Made the
yeah.
catch and made the catch fall
Mhm.
into the ground with his knee twisted in the wrong direction.
And they
But
said
anyways,
he would have won Super Bowl MVP.
Yep, he
Okay.
would have.
Jamie, what do you think about the possible retirement of Keenan Allen and the retirement of Robert Woods?
As a nonpartisan to the Chargers, Keenan Allen, man, and the Bears and everything, he was one of a kind. He was one of those guys that, like I said, he started, with Phillip Rivers and in the real football era, and even through this era, he never changed who he was. He always worked on his game, and just a good dude and a great player. And I think he's gonna be known for that too. That he was a Hall of Fame guy, but he was a character guy as well.
Mhm.
Right.
And for Robert Woods, me being a former Bills fan, hey, I mean, I liked what he actually did for Buffalo, even though we didn't choose to re-sign him after his rookie deal. But hey, I mean, he was another one of those he was just another one in the line of USC receivers to have good NFL careers.
Yes, 100%. Like I said, Robert Woods, I definitely have been expecting almost every year that he'd announce his retirement. He's had one type of injury that sidelined him or another for the last 4 seasons. So, and
Yeah,
it would
who
make
He's got that beard. I like that beard. That beard is good.
And the good news is
the only beard.
He also
the only
retired
beard.
at a good. He also left on a good note and retired on a good note, knowing when to. He didn't try to pull and Aaron Rodgers and try to come back and like ruin your reputation.
Good point.
Okay.
Great
Yeah.
point.
At the same time, I wanted to address that. The only thing is that the only guy that's ever been on this panel that he wouldn't embarrass or make blush about his beard is Mike Johnson.
Yep.
And Ken.
I
the
still
Yeah,
big-
Kitty Ken's isn't that good anymore. It's getting a little ratty.
I stand corrected.
I'm gonna keep the show clean. I'm not gonna even say nothing to that one. That's what happens when you get a new
And
girl.
there he is. He's
How are
back.
you
It's
doing?
Kitty Ken.
How are you doing now?
Hang on. I'm allergic to cats, but what did the cat do to deserve the humiliation of the Green Bay Packers jersey and cap? Asking for the cat.
Ken.
It's Kitty Ken.
I know who it is.
How's
but
he doing right now?
That
The long
is cruelty to animals, JB. I'm just saying.
The long-standing bet that JB and him had the year before, and he just kind of made the picture out of it. Yeah,
It's great.
Okay.
And I made him I made him do that for a profile picture for basically 3 weeks out of the season that year. This past year,
Nice.
I got saddled with the cage kitty.
Mhm.
Okay, note to self. I'm making dumb bets. Actually, I'll bet anything for the Seahawks except that.
Meow.
Yeah, because I would have to come up with something special for you, Megan.
I'm sure you would, darling. I'm sure you would.
Just
That's
one other
the
thing
other
on
note.
Keenan
that you're
Allen.
talking- Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. He's a great route runner. I always thought he was one of the best route runners in the NFL. I really think that the person that's closest to him or is on his level is Amon St. Brown. They both are like the same receiver, just about.
Yes.
And if JSN keeps progressing, I think he gets there
Mhm.
because
Well,
his route running took a big jump this year, which is
Oh, it
what
did.
led to it. Which was what led to him leading the team in reception yards and leading the league.
they had a better quarterback throwing to him. Oh, did I say
Oh,
that? out
is it
loud?
okay to say FTP? Yeah, FTP is perfectly fine here.
Oh.
Every fan knows we say FTP religiously on this show because I am a Lions fan first and foremost.
And even if they are here, we still say it, Nick. Is that even a question, sir? I ask.
I mean, come on.
If Andy
one of
Agar,
my-
NFL influencer was here, we would say it. She's
There
a
you go.
big fan.
FTE. The Packers.
And sorry, Yoli.
Back. Green Bay
I love
touchdown.
Yoli.
Yeah.
I love Yoli. Yoli was here, and I didn't get a chance to play the music because everybody was talking. I don't do the music over people talking. I usually ask them to hold up a minute, but nobody took a breath. But anyway,
You seem
No, because-
surprised. You seem surprised.
no, because you're trying to keep me from doing this. There you go, MD. Another $37.50 to your therapist.
And we all did the head and shoulders pretty much in time, JB. We were on the beat,
Yeah.
brother. So
Yeah.
Wait,
That was good. That was good.
JB, do it again. Keegan, you did something funny. Keegan did the teapot at the end.
I know. I
saw
saw.
that. Someone needs to screenshot that for you, Keegan. Allow
But
me.
anyways,
One already did.
we did get some Lions news that broke after I set up the show. CEO and president of football operations, Rod Wood, announced he's retiring before the start of this coming season. And I know that Patty Grimes put in there JB for Prez, and I seriously think it's going to be Chris Spielman that just jumps into that role because he's been
That
vice
would be
president
awesome.
of football operations. He's been vice president of football operations since he was hired by Sheila Fordham. And I think that's the route that goes. And I just wanted to touch base and give my opinion now because I'll go into more detail about it tomorrow on my noon show because that is when I focus on just Lions. I try to make this.
So.
It says NFL Roundtable talks for a reason. I try to make this about the other teams in the league more than it is about the Lions because it makes it fun. That being said, I did say I wanted to do a Winter Olympic medal count update.
Ooh.
Well, for the Aussie, I think 3. For the Aussies, 4.
We got what?
I'm only watching hockey, dude. I don't really
We're
care.
third, I think.
So here we are. Norway is at the top right now with 15 gold medals, 8 silvers, and 10 bronze for 33 total medals. Italy, the hosting company, is in second place ahead of us by 2 with 9 gold, 5 silver, and 12 bronze. If they went by the old point total, technically USA would be ahead right now because USA has 7 golds, 11 silvers, and 6 bronze. And then it's France, Netherlands, and Sweden, all with 6 golds. They're doing it by golds now, and I get it, but I kind of hate it at the same time. And then Germany, Australia, Japan, and Switzerland all have 5. Then Canada has 4. And then there's 2 with 3.
Japan has 22, and Germany has 21 medals total.
I'm just happy Michaela Schifrin won today. She was awesome. She killed it.
So I'm going to take that off now that I went through that.
I'm only watching hockey, Will, so I have no idea who that is.
She's a skier.
Oh, okay.
Phenomenal skier.
I really hope Mike LaFleur does good, win Super Bowl with the Cardinals before Matt LaFleur ever wins a Super Bowl with the Packers.
Matt's got more of a chance than Mike. I'm sorry, not sorry, being in that division.
I don't know. I think
the real possibility for Packers fans is they might be the last place team in this division next year.
Because we saw this last year with our team. As much coordinator and assistant coach changing as they've had, the only coach that is still there other than Matt LaFleur is the one that Packers fans wanted fired, and Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach.
Touche.
So I'm just saying, you have elite talent. You have a bunch of elite talent that's going to leave. They're already saying they don't want to re-sign Romeo Dobbs. Jaden Reed's contract comes up next year. They have all sorts of stuff going on right now. They don't want to re-sign Rashawn Gary, and I get it because he disappeared 2 weeks before Parsons got hurt. It's pretty bad. As much as Packer fans were talking crap about beating us and how many more sacks that Gary had and Parsons had before Hutch, it's funny that AQM almost caught Parsons and did pass Gary.
The Lions were 4th in the NFL in sacks.
And in my opinion, Christian Watson, I don't think you re-sign him either.
That may be AI. I did not hear that Rich Bisaccia quit yet.
Yeah, he quit.
Oh, he did quit just recently?
He resigned his position, yeah.
He resigned his position. So they've got a full coordinator change going on in Packerland.
There's only one sting. Their offensive coordinator, Adam Stenovich, is still there.
No. Wasn't he the guy they promoted right after their offensive coordinator left? Because he was the assistant offensive coordinator last year.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. You're correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so they had to promote their assistant because by the time they got into I got to hire an offensive coordinator, guess what? There was no offensive coordinators left.
Oh, speaking of that, JB, quick question. What do you think of the hire for the Seahawks?
If he helps you with A.J. Barner and your production out of your tight ends, which was good but not great this year, he's the tight ends coach from the 49ers. He was the passing game coordinator, Brian Fleury, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think it may help Sam Darnold get even better because think about it. Didn't he work with them too?
I believe he did. I was told he did it in San Fran. Hence the question.
Yeah,
I'm not sure about him at all. I've got a feeling.
Hey, you know why he's going to do good too, right? You know why he's going to do good, right?
Yes.
Because his first name is Brian.
Right.
He basically is. I think he's Clint Kubiak 2.0.
I think he's Shane Waldron 2.0, and that's what's
now. Now let's talk about the Red Kingdom, the Chiefs. The good news out of them. The good news for the Chiefs is that Pat Mahomes restructured his salary. Brad Holmes, listen close, and saved $35 million off the cap for the Chiefs, which gets them out of the bad, and they got room to move now and make some moves. What do you think about that news, Will Vogel?
Again, JB, you always hit the nail on the head. It is great news. Restructuring players is important. And JB can attest to this because I listen to JB during the night, during the day. Brad Holmes, restructure Goff.
Would Goff take a restructure, though?
Oh, yeah.
I'll get to that. Austin? You're muted.
Oh,
there we go.
So, I give a lot of respect to Patrick Mahomes. I know we give him a lot of gruff on the show in general because, we're not big Patrick Mahomes fans, and I'm one of them. But, it's a true, testament that he wants to help his team get better. And coming off that injury, it kind of makes sense that they were able to restructure him. But yeah, like you guys said, the Chiefs are now able to make some moves in free agency, and I actually might see the Chiefs getting Minkah Fitzpatrick over anyone else, really, in my opinion.
I would be scared.
Yep. BA?
So you said you have bad news about it. I don't know if this correlates with the bad news.
The bad news is later. This is the good news.
Oh,
the good news is
okay. The good news. Well, that's good news for this year. Next year they have an $85 million cap hit. So they better win something this year. They better win something this year because next year they're going to be in the same position. So make it happen, Captain. That's all I got to say. But it was good that he did that.
I heard that what they did was they restructured the rest of the contract to make it more even down the road. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard. But anyways, Megan, what do you think?
I love restructuring deals. We're in the middle of it in Seattle. Not a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes, but if it helps the team after the injury, I'm all for it. So I'm just going to be interested to see how having done a similar knee injury, how and still getting grief 35 years later, how he's going to hold up. But good luck, Pat. And yeah, I'm with BA. Good luck, Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie?
Yeah, it totally makes sense. They did what they had to do. They restructured his deal to try to get out of cap jump, make some moves. Now it's the Bills' turn because they said if the Bills do it. They can save 70 million if they restructure Allen's deal.
Right.
So
All right, Keegan.
Good for them. Because this is gonna correlate with their bad news too.
I love the irony. Good for
Okay.
them.
And I do feel it's good news for them because now they got room to make moves because one of their guys is a total fucking moron. Rasheed
Correct.
Rice. It
This
came
one?
out
Yeah.
today that his ex-girlfriend, who was the longtime partner, mother of his children, is suing Rasheed Rice after the domestic abuse that got them separated last season for a shit ton of money. She's going for half, and she should.
Go,
According
go.
to the allegations, she was beaten, she was headbutted, and strangled.
Go,
So,
go.
if that is proven in court and she wins this case, he loses half of everything he got, and he's due another $30 million over the next 2 seasons. How do you
Would he
feel
go
about
to-
that, Will?
Question first: would he go to jail?
He already went to jail. He already went to court over this and is on doing community service on top of the community service he was doing for the hit and run.
You know what? Good for her. He's an idiot. What he's done, he's a cancer to the locker room because of all the off the field antics. You know what? Good for her. I hope she wins that case.
Austin?
Get your money. So yeah, no, good for her. She should win. I don't with all the allegations and everything that came out and with the whole thing last year, I would be surprised if Rashi Rice wins this. But anyway, I think she'll get what she is owed. And after that, I think the Chiefs will cut ties with Rashi Rice. And they should, in my
Amen.
opinion.
BA?
I mean, Rasheed Rice is he's trying to give his career away. That's what he's trying to do. I haven't seen somebody do that for a long time. I can't say for a long time because San Francisco's receivers did that too. Ayuk. I'm not going to show up to meetings and not get paid. What the hell's going on with that whole situation? But anyway, and then the people are talking about Tyreek is going to go to Kansas. That's going to be great. So you're at Rasheed Rice and Tyreek Hill. Oh, that's going to be a mess. That'll be a mess.
Oh, yeah.
Well, wait. The reason why they're saying that, remember who they resigned? Kareem Hunt, who was arrested and traded away to Cleveland for the same damn thing.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yes, good point.
Yeah. That's not like
Megan?
an Andy Reid team.
Anytime there's violence against women, I'm going to just not be impressed. And if these allegations are true, go get your bag, girl. And Rasheed Rice, or Rice, piece of, I can't say what, but I hope the lady wins and takes him to the cleaners.
Yes, nerd.
The Big Bubba reference, man.
Yeah, the Bubba Road. I'm kind of wondering if Yinza knows
Mhm.
Bubba. I don't want to know, but I'm kind of wondering, Yinza.
Oh my God, MDE comment of the night.
Mm-hmm. Jamie?
But yeah, I hope she gets a bag and I hope he goes to jail. To
Okay.
answer that question.
I got 4 letters that spell out a simple phrase. FAFO. What is that
Fuck
phrase?
around and
Fuck
fuck around and find out.
Attaboy, Jamie.
Well done, Jamie.
Keegan?
It's messed up, and like I said, with Chiefs clearing money, this is a chance to release him and go out and get someone better.
Or someone
Yeah.
that's coming off an injury that did the same thing like when he was a Chief.
No, with the money that they just cleared in free agency, they'll go get someone better than Rice.
Tariq Hill.
Yes.
Or they get Brandon Ayuk.
No,
yeah,
he's saying that
Tariq
they're going to
Hill
go
would be
get
better.
Tariq Hill. But remember, the reason why they traded him away is he did probation and missed some time that year. They traded him away, and he was re-signed in Miami because of domestic violence.
Yeah,
The same reason why they traded away Kareem Hunt. I'm just saying there is a track record where they'll go, oh yeah, let's bring him back. He's still a good player. Piece of shit person, but a good player.
Yeah, that's not. I think Andy Reid is slowly losing control of that team as far as who they get and stuff like that. And I think it's about time for Andy Reid to retire because he's going to be in front of a shit show, and that's not going to be good for him and his legacy. I just Kansas City has got to go a different route. They really got to stop doing that kind of dumb stuff. They really do.
That's the thing, though. You're gonna hate me when I
saw McDermott next year.
I don't think he will either. MD.
He worked for Andy Reid. Remember, he was an Andy Reid assistant. That'd be interesting.
That being said, we have seen a few Brent DeWitt, the Kansas City convicts, shaking my head.
Basically.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You mean like the old Miami Hurricanes?
Remember, Juju Smith-Schuster got in trouble his first year at off field in a bar prior to that season, had to miss the first 2 games.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
that was his first year coming from Pittsburgh, wasn't it?
Yeah. As soon as he gets out of Pittsburgh, he goes and does a bonehead move.
Well, that's why Pittsburgh got rid of him.
And I said it all along. Juju Smith-Schuster was a product of AB being across from him. That was his only 1,000-yard season. As soon as AB left, he didn't even look like he was a number 2 wide receiver in Pittsburgh.
Right.
Well, he did again in that one game against the Lions. That's all I gotta say.
Little Chief.
Little Chief.
What up, little Chief? Chief on this. That's what Bubba
Chief
will
on
say.
this.
Okay, I look away for 2 seconds to check email and that goes down. Okay, note to self, don't try and multitask on
Welcome to a bunch of guys.
Welcome to a bunch of jackwagons talking football, because that's what we are.
Jackwagons is a nice way to say what I'm thinking. I thought about it, so it still counts. Just saying.
So I want to let everyone have a chance to do a parting shot talking about their hometown team. And Will, yours is the Carolina Panthers. What's the news going on in Carolina?
Can you come back to me?
Sure. Austin, what are you hearing about the Lions lately?
Well, other than just seeing Rod Wood's retirement announcement on socials, I mean, honestly, I've been so busy with work and stuff, I really haven't been paying that much attention. So I honestly don't know.
Okay, I got mine.
Oh, you got one now. Okay, well, what do you got about your Pampers? They're not so full of shit this year. They changed their diapers.
No. We just re-signed our long snapper, JJ Jansen, for his 17th year, I believe.
Is that any relation to John Jansen?
I have no idea.
Just out of curiosity.
But he's played in a record 277 games, so we signed him for another 1-year deal. He's been with us forever. And then also, we just had a Hall of Famer go in the Hall of Fame, Mr. Luke Kuechly, who I've actually talked to for 10 minutes. I've told JB I've talked to him for a little bit, and deservingly so. Did I think he was going to get in first right away? No, because he had a short career. But you know what? When he played, he was probably the best linebacker because he read offenses like a quarterback reads defenses.
To answer your question, JB, no. He isn't related to...
No, he's not.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, when you just said no, I was like, which question? Okay.
JB's like, what question did I ask?
Yeah, because I'm like, I got
CRS
brain. I got CRS brain. Can't remember shit at times. But anyways,
There you
BA. What do you got around the Lions?
Austin, I'm with you on the work thing. But you know, my phone is programmed to the Detroit Lions and everything that they're doing. So I get stuff regardless if I want the shit or not. Anyway, so most of the stuff I'm reading though is fan based. We gotta go get Max Crosby. We gotta go get Chubbs from Miami. We gotta go get Bosa from Buffalo. I'm like, stop. It ain't gonna happen. Don't even think about it. I said this before. We were 4th in sacks last year. That's exactly what the front office is going to look at. They don't need no help on that the defensive line. You were 4th in sacks last year. All they need is get everybody healthy. Line. Yeah, offensive line should be the priority. Yep.
Can I say one thing, JB? I've heard JB float around this name before, BA. Would you want to AJ Epinesa if he was available?
He'd be around, according to Spotrac, he'd be around the same value as AQM, around $8.5 million.
See, I mean, as much as you want to put people in those positions and people want them there, they really do have. You got the assassin is coming back, so he'll be playing next year, and they got Muhammad. Muhammad seems to be taking care of his job now. They won't have Davenport, which will be great, and they better not sign Davenport, or I'm really going to question Brett Holmes on this situation.
And by accident,
I think the defensive line is pretty good.
And by accident, we have Pascal and Levi Amuzariki because their contract just got moved from 1 year to the next because they never played it out.
Mm-hmm. All we just got to get is that secondary has got to be healthier. We probably do got to get another like a hybrid linebacker or something like that. But the secondary has got to be healthy. That's what's killed us. Killed us last year. Both safeties being out. Our number one corner wasn't really being a number one corner. Our number two corner wasn't there half the time. We had to, we had to rely on Bubba Joe from Martha's Car Wash to be out in the field. So I mean, it is what it is.
Be nice to Bubba. He washes cars.
Hey, JB,
he's in jail too.
My mind when you said Kendall Daniels. Kendall Daniels.
Yeah,
I did forget.
Yeah, as soon as you said hybrid, I was like Kendall Daniels.
Daniels.
Hey, well. Anyways, Megan, what about you over there with your Seahawks? What have you heard lately, other than the sale stuff?
Aside from the sale and Brian Fleury, now let me just check my notes because we have had a couple of free agent signings, and yes, I write everything down. I think. So we've had 15 players signed to the practice squad on future contracts, which was last week. And yeah, we're just starting to reconsolidate some of our vets. Any rumor you hear about Kenneth Walker walking, not true from what I'm led to believe. And if you
I actually go to like Seattle Wire, which is actually a legit USA Today. They already said that they're working on Walker's long-term deal. They didn't want to franchise tag him and make him upset. That is why they did not franchise tag him.
Yeah, and we're not good for franchise tagging, to be honest. In the past, we've done it, I think, 2 or 3 times in the whole history.
It's like they pick the wrong ones when you do.
Well, there is that, and we shall keep this PG for a will. But yeah, that
I'm 31.
Yeah, I'm 50 in December, Junior. Your point. But other than that, not much. It's sort of keep going, kid. You won't make my age. But yeah, just we had the parade last week, which was awesome. Wish I could have been there, but I wasn't. But I had friends there. But yeah, just I hate the off season because we don't stream all that often. But we did a 12-hour stream on Monday talking about things. But yeah, onwards and upwards to a repeat in our neighbour's backyard. So yeah.
I do like the fact that Kenneth Walker made that. made the owner uncomfortable because he first thing he did after the Super Bowl. Hey, can we work on our contract, buddy? Damn, we haven't even celebrated the Super Bowl yet. Can we celebrate the Super Bowl?
But did you see she did this and then did this as if to say, we'll talk and sign? So she knew what he was doing. So, yeah. So, yep, just onwards and upwards to the repeat next year.
Maybe not.
All right, Jamie, what's going on in Buffalo?
I think, like I said, there's there's excitement. I think people are coming around about Joe Brady, and I think they're coming around to the idea that a new defensive coordinator and a scheme change may help them not just in the regular season but in the playoffs, which will take pressure off of Allen. But also two things in terms of the stadium news. I wrote an article about how the Bills are actually prioritizing players' safety, as their new stadium will be a grass field, which is not, and it's not going to be turf like the old stadium, which I think
that's good.
They're on the right side of this. They're basically sending a message to Goodell saying, "Hey, most of the players, 92% of the players want this because they want your careers," and they told Goodell that was a good idea to come up with a new rule in 2026 where teams are actually going to be allowed to pick what surface they want to use. But they have to have it permanent by 2028. I like that idea. It's a good step in the right direction towards getting all 32 fields to go to grass. And the Bills, I think, made a statement by doing that. So,
and I want to say this because one of the things that when they built Ford Field, the reason why they did the translucent roof was they considered going to grass right away because it allowed enough UV radiation, which is what plants need, to be able to grow. That is why they do have live plants around the concourse. It does have enough light to support plants. So if that's the case, all you got to do is add irrigation. Lay it on top of the cement, put in about 6 inches of soil, and then add your grass. Because grass, if it's grown right, and it's got to be grown right, before you cut it the first time, it has to be 3 inches tall. And it has to have that to make sure the roots grow to 3 inches tall, which makes the soil be able to absorb impact.
Mm-hmm. And then Jeremy, for my second,
it'll be a challenge.
Bad news is some plebe decided, okay, how do we how can we just keep ruining the fans' excitement about the new stadium? I know, I'll go write freaking graffiti on it and make them stop working and have the Erie County executive say it was an inside job.
Oh God!
But they said the good news is it's not gonna affect
the opening day.
Like it's not gonna affect the 2020 season because they're actually way ahead of getting it done than they thought. So
well, I mean, it's graffiti. I mean, was it before they painted the area, or is it like after they painted the area? I mean,
I believe they had the exterior done and painted at the time, and that's why it's such a big deal.
Oh, okay. Well, they're going to paint again.
Now, Keegan, do you have any takes about the Lions that you want to talk about?
Outside the Rod Wood stuff, BA kind of stole my topic. There's just basically rumors going around right now, and it's just rumor season right now, so it's just the waiting game at this point.
Yeah.
I want everybody to take out their phone for my next take. I want you to Google Max Crosby trade rumors and just see what it says on either Grok, on Gemini, or whatever for what Max Crosby has said in 3 straight interviews in the last 7 days. I am not going to throw gas on the fire. I am a real Raider. In other words, he's saying he has not asked for a trade. What happened is they're getting so much pressure and so many phone calls, they said, fine, if you want to trade for Max Crosby, we want 2 first-rounders at minimum and a premium player, is what just came out today. In other words,
Yeah.
they're trying to say we don't want to trade him.
Yep.
That's. Are you sure? Because
JD's
Yes.
been saying it for weeks now, and he's
Max
right.
has said on 3 straight interviews, I have not asked for a trade. I do not want to be anything other than a Raider. That is what he said on Colin Cowherd. He said it on Up and
yeah, I
Adam,
heard it on.
and he said it in front of national media.
And Megan,
I can understand Max's point. That's fine. But when a franchise says we won't trade him, I don't never trust what franchises say, because they'll say that all the way up until he gets traded.
I know,
So
but what I'm saying is they said, fine, you guys want to keep asking? This is what we want. And he made it a super high asking price that most teams don't want to do. That's what I was getting at.
first in
A premium player.
Megan, wait, Megan. Also, real quick, he is also really close with the owner. Him and Davis are buddies.
Quick question. Okay, he's throwing out that he doesn't want to go and he's making these ridiculous claims. What if someone like Seattle goes, we got you right here, and throws down the money and the picks? Not that I'm saying.
So it's not throwing money. They said they want 2 first-round picks and a premium player. And the premium player they're going to want is a wide receiver. They're not going to want your old ones.
Kenneth Walker.
He's not a wide receiver. He's a running back. They got to run. They're going to want JSN. That's what I'm saying. They want a top flight number 1 receiver.
Commanders might do that.
With Terry.
Commanders ain't going to do nothing.
Not good enough.
Commanders haven't done nothing in the last 2 years.
Now that they did the contract extension, think about the dead cap hit they take for trading away Scary Terry.
That's true.
So,
all right, Austin.
Thank you very much. I know you got to get work in the morning. I appreciate you, brother. Here. It was a pleasure. Don't forget to check out Austin, who now started his gaming channel on Twitch. Go ahead and tell us about it, Austin.
Oh yeah. So I started streaming on Twitch. You can. I had access to the chat. I would put it in there, but I don't. You can find it at Hecton Gaming over at Twitch. I stream a few nights a week when I have some free time, which isn't very much, but no. So you can check me out over there. Thanks, guys, for having me on again. Sorry I have to bounce early, but
you're good, man.
Great to see you, Austin. Take care.
Yes, take care.
And don't forget to check us out in the fall when the season starts, when we start doing fantasy football talks again with
that's right.
myself and Austin.
April's coming. The draft is right around the corner.
Can't wait.
All right. See you guys.
Take care, Austin.
Take care.
So, that being said, good. I'm glad to hear that. I heard he got dizzy and you guys had to take him back in. I'm glad he's doing better, Nick. I want to say to everybody out there that's struggling right now, I see Mike Johnson didn't make it back, which means this is a quite in-depth conversation with the family lawyer, and I get it. Anybody that's dealing with loss, grief, anything like that, my heartfelt prayers and condolences go out to you and your family, because I've dealt with enough grief in my life, and I understand it. And everybody here has lost someone close to them in one way or another, whether it was a grandparent, a brother, a sister, a child, an uncle, whatever, a parent. And lo and behold, it's devastating when it happens to your family. And our serious, heartfelt condolences and prayers go out to you. We've had a couple deaths in the sports world, and we've had icons this week pass away. 95-year-old Robert Duvall and Reverend Jesse Jackson in the last 72 hours have both passed away. And my heartfelt condolences and prayers go out to those families.
It does.
Grief hurts. Amen.
So,
yep.
anytime anyone needs to talk about their grief in this chat, I will not ignore them. Even if I have to wait till everybody gets done, I will address it. I will talk about it. I will confess my grief that I've dealt with myself.
And me.
And
I will too.
And me, I'll listen.
I'll listen always.
Flawless.
so as
That's what we're here for.
as I get ready to ask everybody to shout out their channels, I just want to. Oh, okay. Just had to help him up. The way you made it sounded like he went back to the hospital. You said he was dizzy and everything. I was like, oh, okay,
But that's good that he's doing
details.
good, though.
It's good that he's doing good, but
Context,
details
Nick.
more than he got dizzy and fell down.
Context, Nick. Context. But good to hear that he's not in hospital.
All right, Will, shout out your channel real quick.
WVogs18, I do comic book content, but you can catch me here on Wednesdays and Fridays. JB, I need to talk to you after the show. I forgot to tell you something before the show.
Okay.
But sometimes I'm on during JB's at noon when he has me.
Okay. All right. BA.
Yeah, I'm the dope producer, as I was told by one of my people. So
No.
I do
And
BA
that-
Productions. I got a whole bunch of other projects going on that I'm producing. Also, a shout out to my daughter. Today is her birthday.
Hey,
She is
happy birthday.
23. Happy birthday, baby. And other than that, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, all right. BA, the dope producer. How much production of dope are you doing?
I'm getting ready to
I was going to say,
getting ready to do a lot of dope with that dope production. Because I gotta
Dope
stay up.
production.
I was just going to say dope in the sentence there.
I had to go there. Megan, talk about the channel that you are a part in moderation and sometimes a guest on.
So as you can see in my title, I don't know if you can see it, I'm the head mod and sometimes contributor to the Hawk's Nest, Brandon Kane's channel. I've been doing it for now, I think 5 years, almost 5 years. Yeah, so we're Hawk, obviously Seattle based, but we welcome, as Jeremy knows, any and everyone, as long as it's constructive trash talking. And civil trash talking.
There we go.
No, basically, I can pay Jeremy out or his team out, but I can't attack him personally. Now, you, BA, all bets are off, brother. I'm sorry, you covered it. No, I did. But yeah, we're doing most days streaming. I was surprised that we weren't streaming about the news of the sale, but we're waiting for more information. Yeah, so just hit up Hawk's Nest 12th Man Hawk's Nest or Hawk's Nest 12th Man, and yeah, come and say hi like Jeremy did a few times, and we're always happy to have JB in. But yep. So that's where we are.
You need to stop, MD.
Jamie, with the
Top of
longest
day is now trending on
outro
X.
with the longest outro in NFL Roundtable Talks history. Hit it, my brother.
Okay. Thank you. You guys can follow me or find me, yours truly, at Bill's Chat 1 at Bill's Mafia Chat. And also Jamie Moy, the Unbiased Journals at DJ Dog Tags on X. And also theforkball.com where I write for all sports. You can also follow me every Tuesday night, starting in March and April at 8:00 p.m. on Driving to the Top Productions, where me and Joe Dallio and I will very soon be, or what will in the near future be starting season 3 of our Subway Series Conversation Chat, where I talk Yankees and he talks Mets, and we talk all MLB news on there. And then I haven't made time to get on, but because I was at a basketball game last night. But I promise I will be back on Driving to the Top Productions Open Sports Mic at 9:00 p.m. with Jeremy, Ken, Adam, Rich, and Dylan, and all the boys at Driving to the Huddle. And then every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, you can or 9:30 Eastern time, you can catch me, Jeremy, Ken, Megan, Keegan, Will, and Strilla at on for NFL every Wednesday at 9:00 from 9:30 Eastern for NFL Roundtable Talks on the Huddle Sports Network. And then starting in Thursday, we're about over a month away from the UFL season 3 starting. And so me, Adam, Jeremy, and Marcus will be doing that on Driving to the Top Productions. So thank you guys very much for listening. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, comment, ring the bell for all notifications. And for more news on NFL or on the Huddle Sports Network, including the NFL Roundtable Talks, you can visit us here on or catch us on Roku TV. Fire or Amazon TV, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your podcast. From all of us here at Huddle Sports Network, I'm Jamie Malloy, and this has been another episode of NFL Roundtable Talks here on the NFL Sports Network. We'll see you next Wednesday, folks. Good night, everybody.
All right. Keegan, go ahead.
This is the shortest outro ever. You can find me here.
Right.
Yes.
Boom.
Keegan, yes.
All right.
Right to the point, Keegan.
For all of my guest hosts here that were with me tonight, and for all of you in the chat, I want to say thank you, each and every one. It has been a pleasure bringing you this show for 4 straight seasons, and I continue to go on to my 5th. And try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. From all of us at NFL Roundtable Talk, have a great evening, everybody.
Goodbye.
See you next week.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.